And I'm back with another Front Row Talk podcast, the podcast with expensive opinions. This is episode 98. Before I get started, make sure you tune into last episode 97, where I gave my prediction for the NFL Super Bowl this upcoming Sunday. I said the team who I think is going to win and the reason why. And tune into the episode before that, 96, 95, 94, where I gave my prediction for every playoff week that led up to the Super Bowl. Before I get started, make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you share this video. Check the description down below where I have my link for my Instagram and my TikTok, where I'll post a clip of each and every single episode. For today, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. It's going to be a nice short episode, but I'm going to talk about basketball at the NBA. So, the NBA is in a important time period right now, or important part of the season, I guess you could say, because the NBA trade deadline was done today. And the reason why I say it's important is because some teams got better, some teams, lose a good player, and we may see it as the games go on. But yeah, it was an important day because a lot of people got traded, a lot of people got switched from one team to another. It wasn't no big trade, but it's definitely important because we're talking about role players, guys who definitely do certain things for their team to help them win. Some are glue guys, some are 15 points per night guys, and some teams take the risk of letting go of certain guys to get new guys, to think, or to, I guess you could say, to see if, the move that they made gets them closer to, becoming better, or to a chip, or if a move will probably get them out the first round, if that's like the projection that they have, or the view that they have on each team. So I'm just gonna name a couple of guys who were moved around, some people who were like dropped. So I'm gonna start off with the Warriors. The Warriors kind of stay put. To be honest, they didn't really do much. I at a certain point in time wanted to see a move made because we're not at our best right now. There's a lot of inconsistency from certain guys, but I felt like the Warriors didn't make a move. Just to say that they made a move. They didn't want to make a move and it be like a desperation move. They didn't want to let go of somebody like Wiggins, who still provides some type of good defense, and could still hopefully probably give you 17, 18, 19, or maybe even 20 points a night. So the Warriors stayed put. They just got rid of Corey Joseph. If I'm not mistaken, they sent them over to Indiana, and cash considerations, and then we got a second round pick from the Pacers that could probably be packaged in the future for something else, for another player, or we probably draft a player. I mean, you never know. Another team, so let's see, Milwaukee got rid of Robin Lopez, so they don't have Robin Lopez anymore. Patrick Beverley got sent out. He is no longer a 76er. He now plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. And then Philadelphia has Cam Payne and a 2027 second round pick. Let me see who else. So Phoenix now has Royce O'Neal. Brooklyn has 3 second round picks. Jordan Goodwin and Bates Diop. Let me see. Dallas now has PJ Washington. And Charlotte has Grant Williams, Seth Curry, and a first round pick. This move right here, I feel like it's kind of a bit important, I guess you could say. Brooklyn now doesn't have Spencer Dinwiddie. They have Thaddeus Young now and Dennis Schroeder. Detroit doesn't have Bojan Bogdanovic anymore or Alec Burks. They're now New York Knicks. And I feel like that's good because, the Knicks definitely made a great move after the OG trade. And getting guys like Bojan that can give you 15, 13 a night, which is definitely important. And Alex Burks, another ball handler, could definitely, build, some type of consistency, I guess, or when Brunson is in the bench resting, you could put guys out there that could still give you some points and move the ball around. And Detroit now has Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, and 2 second-round picks. OKC now has Gordon Hayward, and Charlotte has Trey Mann and David Bertans. Gordon Hayward on OKC is kind of interesting. He wasn't really doing much in Charlotte. I feel like after his injury a couple years back, he just became this role player. He probably was always a role player, but of course his ceiling came down, or our expectations for him came down just a tad bit after he had that big injury a couple years ago. But I still feel like OKC has a good squad. I don't think they've really lost. Trey Mann will definitely be a good player. About in a year or two, he definitely has a shot. But I feel like Gordon Hayward could give OKC what Trey Mann was giving them right now. A team who I feel like got better was Boston. They have Xavier Tillman now. He was in the Memphis Grizzlies. He was doing pretty good in the Grizzlies, and he's actually young. I thought he was a bit older, but Boston definitely got better. They still got size. I feel like Boston's definitely a team that could definitely take it all as of now, from what I've been seeing. Philadelphia now has Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is no longer a Pacer. And Indiana has Marcus Morris, Korkmaz, and 3 second-round picks. Kelly Olynyk is now a Toronto Raptor. And Otto Porter is now in the Utah Jazz. Utah also got a 2024 first-round pick from Toronto. And yeah, those definitely the moves that I seen and kind of like, caught my eye. Patrick Beverley being in the Bucks now is crazy, because just about a week ago he was told he wasn't being traded from the team he was in, and now he's in the Bucks. So he's no longer in Philly. And yeah, basketball is definitely about to take a slight turn, as in it's gonna get way better. Always after All-Star break comes, I feel like people play with more intensity and want to win more, because we're getting closer to the playoffs, and nobody really wants to be a low seed, so that way you don't have to go through playing or whatever the situation is. But yeah, I just got a notification too. Steph just dropped 42 against the Pacers, and they won. Now the Warriors are 1 game under 500. Curry dropped 42 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. He got it going tonight. I think he was like 6 for 6 from 3 in the first quarter. It was ridiculous. But that's really it for the NBA, to be honest. A couple moves were made around. Sadly, no big move was made, but I feel like the new CBA rule, and people just don't want to make a move just to say because they made a move. I feel like everybody kind of stood their ground a bit. Like I said, I did expect a big move from the Warriors, but they're not gonna let go of Clay. That core 3 might just stay together till retirement. And Wiggins, it seems like he's gonna stay a Warrior as well. Something else I wanted to talk about was the Wilt 100-point game footage. I do not think it's real. I feel like it came out of nowhere, and it was crazy is that I was just talking about it with my friend not too long ago, literally the day before. But I don't know. It feels like they just kind of like edited it a bit and then just threw it. And then if I'm not mistaken, they were saying that there wasn't no footage of it, and then they dropped some footage. I don't know. It was just too much. Like, it was too much back and forth. I didn't know what to believe, so I didn't believe it at all. But Wilt was playing. He was doing his thing. He was a great in his time. He was one of the greats. But I don't know if that footage is real, though. I don't know if he ever really dropped 100 points. And listen, I'm not the only one who thinks that, so don't get at me. There's people who really think he dropped 100, though. But I don't think so. To be honest. But that's it for this episode. I didn't talk about football this week because there's really nothing to talk about. I already give my prediction. There's always an extra week of rest for the Super Bowl. Next week we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl winner. I'll be talking about the Super Bowl winner. I'm giving my thoughts on the game. If you don't know who I have, just make sure you tune into last episode. And yeah, I mean, that's really it for this episode. Kept it nice and short. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you subscribe. You like, you comment, and you share this video. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe. Check the link down in the description where I have the link for my Instagram and TikTok. And your boy Ssalcita is out.